Girl, I'm almost up. Ooh, I need some more. Oh, well, hey, babe. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick chat. Listen, on this quick chat, honey, we will be talking about these the ladies over here from Married to Medicine. Now, y'all know the trailer did drop not too long ago. Okay, the trailer dropped and some people felt like they could have kept it. It was giving a bit of lackluster, it was giving underwhelming. Okay, and I think a lot of that had to do with, shout out to Bondi because I feel like Bondi pointed this out to me and I didn't even really catch it. It was more so, I think, in my opinion, right? A lot of flashbacks at the, like, I think the trailer was like 2 minutes long, but at least 1 minute of it was flashbacks and it included people that's not even on the show. So that makes people feel like y'all ain't really got nothing going on. If you got to use all of these different flashbacks over the seasons of what's been happening or whatever, and then you bring us this little piece of whatever trailer. Honestly, y'all could have kept the flashbacks and just gave us a 1 minute trailer. In all honesty, from that trailer, I don't know if the season gonna be good or not because we've seen where they've had some trailers that like was like over the top and the season ended up being lackluster. You feel what I'm saying? So it could be the opposite. The trailer could be not that great, but the season could really give. I feel like a lot of times the ladies of Married to Medicine gives us a lot. So we'll just have to wait and see. I feel like I can't recall a time when they've had a really bad season. But I'm gonna let y'all tell me down in the comments because that's just how y'all is. Let me know what season of Married to Medicine was the worst season of all. And when I say worst, I mean lacking entertainment. Okay, just a boring season that did not give us much of anything. So y'all let me know. I feel like we got a lot of the same characters that is returning. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we got a few newbies or whatnot. But I mean, we know Contessa and Anila left. I mean, what was Anila really bringing for the most part? Contessa and Heavenly going back and forth. It seems like Simone and Heavenly are good friends now versus them going back and forth. So I mean, I think Heavenly is gonna give the new ladies a run for their money, in all honesty. You know what I'm saying? So we have two new ladies on the end, and I feel so horrible because I cannot remember the doctor's name that is on this very end, but I am about to get her name. So y'all give me a second because I want to make sure that I have this lady's name right. Actually, her name is Dr. Alicia Egolum. Okay, Egolum. Please correct me, girl, if I said that last name inaccurately. Okay. Now I'm over here reading from Deadline. Okay. So let's get into her real quick from Deadline. They said at the top of her game in the dentistry, okay, the dentistry industry, Dr. Alicia is now finding herself in a full life pivot as her husband, Dr. Kima. Okay, she's married to a doctor as well, has his own traditional Nigerian values and opinions on marriage and family. Dr. Alicia and the group have a whole different perspective. While she finds some consultation in her good friend, Dr. Heavenly, her only goal now is her happiness and family peace. But will everything come to fruition? Okay, now listen, I think this lady is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she brings. I'm just her dynamic with the group. Now, I'll be honest, when I learned that she's a dentist, it made me think, is that going to be some competition for Heavenly? Because y'all know Heavenly, we have our love and hates with Heavenly, but I feel like most of the time we love Dr. Heavenly, right? For the most part, because she's just so honest and it'd be hilarious. And a lot of times she don't be caring what the hell come out her mouth like y'all be trying to say about me. But I care. Okay. Anyway, I'm over here just thinking, like, I was wondering, like, did she come in as a friend of Heavenly, or is she going to be a bit of competition for Heavenly? Because a lot of times Heavenly likes to come off like she's a know-it-all and you can't tell her nothing. Okay. Being a dentist and stuff, I feel like she about to be trying to tell, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone what's going on with the human body when she only works on one part of the human body. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, girl, y'all know how she can act like she's a know-it-all. So I was wondering whether or not she was gonna feel like this lady was a bit of competition because they already got some things in common, right? Both of their husbands are doctors. They're both dentists. I don't know if Dr. Alicia has any children. I want to believe that she does, but we'll just have to see the dynamic and how this is going to play out. It looks like she might be coming onto the show as a friend of Heavenly. So I wonder if she's gonna stay a friend of Heavenly, girl. Because once you on the show, once Heavenly brings her friends on the show, girl, it's giving free range. Okay. That means that she can violate you at any moment. But y'all got to understand, as her friend, girl, this is all semantics and all for TV. Now, she might mean some of what she say just a little bit, but girl, you shouldn't take it to heart, because Dr. Heavenly has come for every single one of her friends. I think we're going to even see her kind of clash with Quad just a little bit this season, but it's so normal at this point that I would not expect to not see it. Does that make sense? I'm expecting a bit of a clash between Dr. Heavenly and Quad at some point throughout the season. I just think that that's the that's the dynamic of their relationship. But I do remember Quad telling Heavenly, like, girl, if you try me like that again, or if you say X, Y, and Z again, girl, that is the end of our friendship. Okay. So we'll see exactly what Heavenly is going to say and whether or not Quad really gonna get her that pass, because it seemed like she might, but we'll have to see. Right. Then we also have another young woman who happens to be the wife, the now wife of Dr. Lunchford. All right, Greg, Dr. Greg. Y'all know Dr. Greg was at some point married to Quad, right? When she first got on the season, I believe she may have met him through Mariah. Do not quote me, but that was her husband, and they got a divorce, I think, like over 3 years ago. Not sure how long ago it was. Quad, talked about just being, unhappy in the relationship, and how, I guess you could say, toxic the relationship may have gotten. I believe she accused Dr. G of, having an outside relationship or having outside relations, shall I say, with other people or whatever. And I don't want to, I'm asking a question because I don't want to put that on Dr. G or put something in Quad's mouth that she didn't say, but I could have sworn they may have had like a physical situation that may have happened between them two. I feel like there may have been like police reports or something, but y'all correct me down in the comments. But needless to say, they have not had that great of a marriage, which resulted in them getting a divorce. I don't believe that that was something that Dr. Greg wanted. But ultimately, I mean, I guess Quad was tired, child. Okay. And it came down to a divorce. So what Married to Medicine decided to do this season, knowing that he was getting married to a new woman, they decided to be messy as hell. And as you see on this photo, the young lady standing next to Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Alicia, you will see that this is the new wife of Mr. Greg. Okay. Dr. Greg, her name is Letitia. All right. Now let's get into what Dateline has to say about Letitia. A lot of people were saying that Letitia looked just like Toya. I wasn't saying it, but I feel like when I watched the trailer, I saw a little bit like, okay, yeah, I could see a little piece of that. But let's keep going. They said, affectionately known as Sweet Tea, Letitia has landed in Atlanta and is stirring up a whole lot of conversation as Dr. Gregory Lunchford fiance, okay, now wife. Now they say Letitia is dealing with all of the pressure of the world as she plans an entire wedding and gets acclimated to this new group of friends that includes Dr. Gregory's ex-wife, Quad. Now, while she's excited to marry the man of her dreams, will some reservations that she shares with her new friends cause a roadblock to being blissfully married? Girl, I don't think they stopped not one piece of a show at all. Okay, we already know in real time that she is indeed the wife. So I don't think that them ladies really ruffled her feathers too much when it came down to him. I feel like Quad probably didn't even have a whole lot of interaction, because some part of me feel like Quad probably thought that they were looking for a moment from her. When it came to this young lady, I feel like they were looking for her to be bothered, feeling a way about it. And I just feel like some part of me feels like Quad probably did not give them exactly what it is that they were looking for when it came to, Dr. Greg and his wife, right? But that has got to be awkward just a bit, girl. If you and him ended on bad terms and you guys are no longer, married, you're divorced, and y'all bringing this man back to the show, and you got to be around this person, girl, that has got to be awkward with the new wife. I feel like it's awkward because all eyes are on you and people want a reaction out of you. But at the same time, I feel like deep down, Quad don't care. I feel like I do. I really think that she don't care. Now, she did do a sit down interview, with Dr. Heavenly, and they discussed some things, and we will get into that. But, she does express how she feels, but some part of me feel like I don't think Quad care. That's just what I'm thinking. Okay. I could be wrong because I ain't Quad. but we'll definitely get into that. All right. Now we also know that Phaedra Parks, formerly of Real Housewives of Atlanta, is also going to be on the show. All right. Now I don't know if she's gonna get the ladies a run for their money or what she's going to do on the show. A lot of people are feeling like it's gonna give lackluster when it comes to Phaedra. A lot of people don't like Phaedra. They feel like she's not entertaining. But in all honesty, the real reason they don't care for Phaedra, all right, it's not so much as it having to anything to do with, in my opinion, about what she's going to bring to the show. Is more so about them still being upset that she put out certain allegations regarding Miss Kandi Burruss, and that's why they are not seeing it for her. That's the real reason. Okay, Phaedra could say some of the funniest shit in the world, and the people are going to say it was rehearsed. Okay, they're going to find whatever reason they can, okay, to not, support Phaedra in that, because they are still upset with how she carried on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, so if it was up to the people, Phaedra would not be back over here on Married to Medicine. All right, they can't put her over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta without risking losing Kandi. So they said, hey, we ain't got no issue with you. We know what it is that you said and whether you meant it or how you felt about it. So we can't put you over there. But how about this? We can't give you that, but we can give you this. I'm just trying to figure out if Phaedra is dating anybody. So let me hop over here to Deadline and see if they gave us anything about Phaedra and if she's dating anybody. Okay. Now they're saying back on the scene and ready to build a bond with the ladies while on a medical journey of her own. Medical journey of her own, girl. Where we going with this? Because it's already given like, girl, this is a scheme that you came up with to come to Married to Medicine with the. I'm just being honest, all right? Now they say Phaedra Parks is sure to raise a few eyebrows. Miss Parks is ready to add holistic healer. Composure. Listen, Phaedra. Now, girl, I ain't got no issue with you, okay? I'm with Bravo. I understand what you did. You wasn't right in what you did. I have no issue seeing you back on television and seeing you back on Bravo at that. But what you not finna do, okay? You're not finna come to us talking about something you about to add holistic healer. What is you over here healing? See, Phaedra, you need to. Are you still an attorney? Do you still have your bar license or whatever to practice? Because what's going on, girl? Because you don't went from. See, you gonna figure. You better figure this out. Because girl, I'm getting tired. All right, because you don't went from what was it? Being an attorney to being in what mortuary or mortician or whatever. I think you own a funeral home or whatever. Now you over here talking about you want to be a holistic healer. Then I feel like you got something else going on. And I don't know what that is, but I feel like you got something else going on. On top of being a reality TV star. Now, I mean, get your money, get your money, get your money. But girl, I don't know about this holistic healer, girl. Now we're gonna have to have some conversations about this because you didn't. They done blew me back. Okay, we cap back blue on this one because I'm like, girl, what's going on? Miss Parks is ready to add holistic healer to her title now, with her eyes set on opening a wellness center focusing on Reiki. Is it Reiki? I think it's called Reiki therapy, healing crystals, and more. Girl, what? I can't. I'm sorry, girl. I don't know about this one here. They say her sons Aiden and Dylan are growing up into many entrepreneurs ready to follow in their mom's footsteps. As Phaedra is navigating life as a single mom and entrepreneur, she will also become the glue needed to mend these friendships in need of healing. Will she become the glue? How's she gonna become the glue when she just not getting on the show? I don't know if it worked like that. I don't know if it worked like that, but I am going to be tuned in to see exactly how it's going to play out. Okay. Y'all got to leave y'all thoughts and comments down below about this. Miss Phaedra being a holistic healer. I'm not gonna lie, girl. I do have my reservations. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I have reservations about that. But that's that. I'm here to see what Dr. Alicia and Letitia are bringing to the table. What I would have liked to have seen and known is exactly what is it that Letitia does. As I was reading over here on Deadline, I mean, it seems like her main focus for the season is her getting married to this doctor, which is great. Congratulations to her. However, what does she do? I hope y'all let us know more about her. Okay, what does she do? Okay, because does she own a business? Does she have anything else going on? Is she an accountant? Is she like what she do? We would like to know. The people would like to know. But let's go ahead and keep going because I told you guys that Dr. Heavenly and Quad had a chance to sit down and they talked about a few things. One of the things that they talked about was Mariah Huq. Okay, the creator of Married to Medicine, the, I guess you say, caster. Okay, because she recommended all of those ladies to be a part of the show, from Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, from my understanding. I don't think she recommended Heavenly, don't quote me. Quad, who used to be her best friend until there was a major fallout between the ladies, and some others, okay, that she recommended to be a part of this show, which actually sucks in my personal opinion, because at the end of the day, all of those ladies came together to get Mariah up off the show, in my personal, kind of iced her out a bit, and she didn't return. Okay, so I don't know if maybe my assumption is that the ladies had something to do with it, or whether or not production just was not feeling her and did not bring her back. I don't think that's right for a person to bring y'all a show. In my personal, this woman brought y'all a show that has brought y'all hundreds of thousands and probably millions of dollars, and y'all had the audacity to kick this woman off of the very show that she created and pitched to y'all. I think that's messed up. So any lawsuits, if she did file some, I don't even disagree with her filing anything. I'm not sure if her name is still shown as executive producer of Married to Medicine. I got to pay more attention when I'm watching the upcoming season. So I'm wondering if it is listed as executive producer or whatever, is she getting a check or is it just for vanity? Is she getting a check, and it is for vanity, meaning she doesn't make any decisions, which obviously she doesn't, or is it just up there just to give her credit to say that, hey, she's a producer or whatever? How does that work? Or is her name not on it at all? But I still think that whether you guys like Mariah or not, I think it was completely effed up to kick this person off the show after they done sat up here, pitched it, created it, put money in everybody's pocket, sitting on the show. Hello? And then not to bring her back. And then they say the ratings hasn't been the same since Mariah has left. But y'all over here promoting Mariah over here in the trailer that y'all got. What is that giving? Is she about to make her grand comeback? Are we about to see a little piece of Mariah? What's that really about? Y'all love be trying to say y'all listen to the fans, but y'all really don't, because I've definitely been seeing a lot of people saying bring Mariah back, and y'all have yet to do so. And maybe that's because of legal reasons or whatever. But all in all, Quad and Heavenly did talk about Mariah, because the question was asked about whether or not they miss her. Okay, and I want to go ahead and get into that. So let's check out what the ladies had to say about Mariah's absence and her hopeful return.
Do y'all miss Mariah?
You know what? I do think Mariah was great for the show. I think we both would agree in that regard, right? We both would agree in that regard. And I was even happy to see her in the trailer. You know what I mean? Because she did make a contribution to the show.
Absolutely. She might be in that casket. I ain't going to tell the show, but you know what? We might see some more of her. We never know. Look, the people throwing.
Heavenly, baby, don't be sitting over there trying to put no lies out to overhype people to get them to watch this show. You understand me? Some of that lady might be in that casket. Girl, ain't nobody in that fucking casket, but probably materials. Okay, it might be materials or things that y'all need to bury amongst, each other, whatever your issues are. That might be in that casket. But don't be trying to sit up there and play with Mariah like that, girl. I don't think you're allowed to get that type of tea out, in my personal opinion now. Okay, and what y'all not gonna do is revive Miss Mariah from the dead like that. Like, girl, I'm not taking that. I'm not here for that. You trying to convince the people that y'all finna really roll this lady in on a casket and she just finna pop? I refuse to believe. And if I was Mariah, I wouldn't even accept such. Do you hear what I'm saying? Girl, what the fuck? Like raising her from the dead. Girl, what? I don't like that. But Heavenly was over there just talking. They didn't necessarily say that they missed Mariah, okay? And I'm glad that, or I ain't gonna say I'm glad, but I'm sure Heavenly was glad that Quad took the lead on that, because high key, Heavenly don't give a damn. And the answer is not really, right? But Quad made sure to swoop in there with that, what's the term I want to say? With that professional media trained response. okay, by saying some damn I think we all can admit that she brought a lot to the show. You damn well right, she brought a lot to the show, and she brought a lot to y'all pockets as well. Hello. Okay. So yeah, we miss Mariah. I know I miss Mariah. Mariah was always like one of my faves. Always, 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 always one of my faves. Period. And would love to see her back on the show. Okay, y'all been out here going out here grabbing all these other folks that y'all could bring on the show to make the show as entertaining as possible. And then y'all don't even keep them folks around long term. So it's like y'all might as well bring back the head honcho, okay, in charge, bring Miss Mariah back. But anywho, as we're speaking about bringing people back, like I told y'all, they did not bring Phaedra Parks back to Atlanta, but they brought her back to Married to Medicine, okay? And the ladies kind of talked about that too, because like I said, a lot of the fans is not happy. They don't want to see her. But Quad did have a word for the people that may have an issue with Phaedra being on that show. So let's check that out.
But
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys are seeing what's popping up, and a lot we're getting a lot of pushback in reference to Phaedra. What I will say is give her an opportunity. Give her an opportunity.
She's fun. She's funny. She's fun. I actually like her, and I think she brought a different energy to the show. It's some things. It's gonna be exciting, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be great. Just trust me on that.
And give her
your wife is a knockoff Toya.
Whew. Y'all give Phaedra an opportunity. Give that lady an opportunity. I'm okay with giving Phaedra an opportunity. Obviously, Bravo has already given her the opportunity, and she is on the show. Period. Whether we like it or not, the checks have been cleared. All right. So I do agree with Quad. Get that lady an opportunity. Let's see what she gonna do. Okay. Just like we gave Anila an opportunity and all these other folks an opportunity. Let's just see what it's gonna give. Okay. After we get to see if it ain't what you like, then I maybe complain. Okay. And see if it's gonna fall on the ears that cares. Okay. Maybe y'all could try that. But I'm with Quad on that. Get a lady a chance or what. All right. We're also gonna give Letitia a chance, because that is the lady that's married to Quad's ex-husband. Talking about awkward. All right. Now, Dr. Heavenly and Quad did have a conversation about this as well, and Quad had some things to say. Okay. She felt a strong way about this woman coming over to this show. So let's check out what Quad had to say.
Phaedra.
Baby, they got it going, honey. Baby, they got it going. What they say right here?
I love Squad maturity level with Dr. G's new wife on the show. How do you feel like? I mean, because to me, it's no secret that this is the first time, I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, that we've had a reality TV show somebody go through a tumultuous marriage, get a divorce, and then bring back the husband and then the new fiance, which turns into his new wife.
Right.
That's unprecedented. How do you feel about them doing that?
Well, I honestly, I got to keep it real with you. And all the things that you noted and stated have been absolutely true just a moment ago, for sure, in reference to what I've been through and what we see with the ex-husband and the new wife on the show. I feel disrespected. I feel disrespected. And it's though the conversation was never had with me, and I've been a staple on the show since conception. And so, just knowing that it wasn't a pleasant marriage, and people kind of having some understanding and some insight about what transpired in our marriage. And clearly we sat there in New York on the stage with Andy Cohen, and we were very authentic and very real and raw. And so things were stated there. And I just feel like, where was the respect for me when this decision was made? And I know my cast members don't make this decision.
Right. We definitely
you all don't make the decision.
But I think it's a messy shit though. I mean, if you want a reality TV show, it's some messy stuff. Had a girl get divorced, bring back the husband, and bring his new wife. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's
just try to rub that in Quad's face. Let's evoke emotion from Quad and see what we get. We need something for season 10. So let's put Quad out there to put her on the defense, and let's see how she's going to respond.
All right. So y'all just heard what Quad had to say. All right. I'm with Heavenly, girl. That's some messy Girl, there's some message there, honey. I will agree that it is indeed messy, but Quad asks, or at least Quad says that she felt disrespected, and where was the respect for her with having this woman on the show when everyone, all producers as well as Andy, understood the dynamics of that relationship and how horrible it was and the different things that they experienced. She demanded a bit of respect. Now, should Quad not be demanding respect? I feel like she should be demanding respect. I feel like her feelings could have possibly been taken into consideration, but at the same time, listen, I feel like they don't care, right? I can't say that Quad should not be asking or feeling away in any fashion, but I don't know, because this is what's coming to my head. And it may not make sense for a lot of y'all, and that's okay. So I'm thinking about Kandi Burruss over on Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? When Phaedra said whatever she said, Kandi was able to put her foot down and be like, listen, if she come back, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this at all, whatever. And Bravo respected that. Right. And I know a lot of people gonna be like, but that's because she made serious allegations about Kandi and this and that. Well, listen. Dr. G, I do believe Quad alleged that the man got physical, this, that, and the other. It wasn't that great of a relationship for her. So if she felt the way about him, then you wouldn't think that he would need to they would need to respect her feelings in that sense, like they respected Candiace, because they ain't got no issue with Phaedra. Kandi continues to have the issue with Phaedra. So they said, well, we're gonna respect you. We're not gonna put the lady on the show, but this is what we'll do. We'll put her on a different show. So I mean, maybe they ain't got no issue with Greg, but they could have probably put Greg on a whole different show versus bringing them back to put them in this awkward situation here. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of get a bit of what Quad is saying, but at the same time, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I couldn't help but think about Mariah. And it's like, girl, you want to talk about respect? I'm sure Mariah felt hella disrespectful, especially when drug allegations was being thrown out there on her. You know what I'm saying? Some serious drug allegations and stuff. Didn't nobody come together or anything and try to get you up off the show when you was over there spewing whatever you was spewing about Mariah. You know what I'm saying? Instead, they ended up getting Mariah to up off the show, which is crazy to me. So it's like, I'm sure Mariah felt very disrespected that she put y'all in a position and then y'all turned around and, gave her y'all the kiss high key. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, not team Mariah, and that's okay. But for y'all people that may watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all wouldn't like to see that done to Melody Hope. That's just my opinion about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Melody going at it with the different people on the show, and then they turned around and got Melody up off the show when she was the one that created it. Y'all will be looking at that thing sideways, and all of y'all would be like really upset about it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will have some things to say. So I kind of feel like it's a similar situation with Mariah. So I just don't think that was fair for them to do her like that. I feel like, hell, she felt disrespected, and it's like, girl, you already saw how it was for Mariah or those that came before you. So you should know that your respect for yourself or the respect they may have for you is not that high on the totem pole. But I understand where you was coming from at the same time. Okay, now a lot of the fans did have some things to say, and I want to get into what those fans had to say, and I want to get you guys' thoughts about that. All right, so someone says, unpopular opinion, Quad used Dr. G and Mariah to social climb. She was seemingly repulsed by Dr. G and not attracted to him. She slept in a separate room for years and didn't have sex with him for years, then acted like she cared when Dr. G was going to get his human needs met. I believe Quad Ben wanted to leave him, but didn't because it would jeopardize her status on the show. But Dr. G almost cheating gave Quad an excuse and a storyline. I think she behaved like a user, an emotional abuser, and perpetual victim. Okay. Someone else goes on to say, well, it's called Married to Medicine. He's a doctor and he's married. She has no association to medicine, nor is she married. Now, I do kind of disagree with this one because I feel like whether Quads are my favorite or not, I just feel like Quad kind of does have an association with her ex-husband. And a lot of times we watch these television shows of women that were married, no longer married, but still somewhat affiliated. You know what I'm saying? So we see it on different shows. I mean, hell, look on Housewives. How many of those ladies are actually housewives over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Basketball Wives, we have that show, Love and Hip Hop. How many people are really actually tied to hip hop for real, over there on that show? There are a few that are not. So it's kind of like, why is you here? You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's a common thing. That's a common thing that happens throughout television. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm here for Mariah saying you're not even married to medicine, my love, because she wasn't lying though. You're not actually married to medicine. You're not. But hey, things happen. All right. Now let's see what else. Someone says, and where was the respect for Mariah when you made everyone choose a side? The show doesn't revolve around her, so it's fair game. Plus, she still stayed on and shot the whole season with them on it. Please save me the monologues. Ooh, cha. Wow. Okay. You had someone else say, first off, let's make it clear the doctor's a new Dr. G before Quad even came into the picture. What would make you so entitled to think they had to ask your opinion on having him on the show when the show is about being married to medicine? Quad not even in medicine or married to medicine anymore. So I'm confused, girl. The people are chewing. So then someone else says, I'm sorry, but the show was called Married to Medicine and he was the medicine. So technically Quad shouldn't even be on the show to be getting mad. Someone else says they knew bringing him back with a new wife while she was on there would make the ratings possibly go up. That's all the networks care about, not the cast members. That's true. That's true. They knew it would make the ratings go up. But also, I just feel like it depends. I feel like that's true. And then it's not true for certain shows, right? Because in my opinion, I do believe if they brought Phaedra back to Real Housewives of Atlanta and did not tell Kandi at all that Phaedra was coming back and she just came back, that would spike the ratings, right? So I know they say that in this comment here, they say the networks care. The only thing the networks care about is the ratings and not the cast members. Well, with Real Housewives of Atlanta, they care about Kandi as a cast member because Phaedra has not stepped foot back on that show. If they only cared about ratings, they would have been bought Phaedra back. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm thinking, girl. But hey, it's time for you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments. Y'all share y'all thoughts and how you feel about everything that we just discussed regarding Married to Medicine. Are you looking forward to the new season? What are some of the things that you're hoping to see? Or some things that you think not going to happen? Okay. Would you like to see Mariah back on the show? How are you feeling about Quad? And also her thoughts about, Dr. G and the wife and her feeling disrespected with them coming back to the show. Also, let me know your thoughts about Phaedra Parks and whether or not you're looking forward to seeing her as well. Okay, that's all that I have at this time. I am Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.